Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss an Indian writer who wrote in English. So they are called Indian English writers. And in this category, R.K.Narayan name is one of the most distinguished and reputed, the most respected name is R.K.Narayan, who wrote in English. And his full name was Rasipuram Krishna Swami Narayan. In short, he is known as R.K. Narayan. He belonged to a South Indian Brahmin family, and he adopted writing as a profession. That he willingly adopted writing as a profession as his livelihood. He felt that he was not suited for anything else. Just by that, he thinks himself that he is born only to write. He cannot do any other work. Narayan characters belong to an imaginary town, Malgudi. There is also a serial, Malgudi Days, which was telecasted on many channels. Doordarshan also telecasted it many times. It is Malgudi Days. So his novels, his writings are set in Malgudi town. It is an old-fashioned town. It's not a modern city. It is an old-fashioned town. In his descriptions or in his writing, he has portrayed with comic and humor the weaknesses of the common people, the mistakes, the frailty, the weaknesses which are found in common man. So he has portrayed these characteristics in his writings. Narayan's first novel, Swami and Friends, was published in 1935. The famous English novelist Graham Greene, he is one of the most famous English novelists, Graham Greene, helped him in publication of his beginning novels. In his starting career, he was helped by an English novelist, Graham Greene, in his publications. The death of his wife changed his life significantly. There is a complete change in his life when his wife died. The novel, The English Teacher, presents a moving account of this tragedy. Narayan wrote a novel on the death of his wife, and the name of that novel is The English Teacher, which was prescribed in first year. Narayan was awarded many prestigious awards, such as Padam Vibhushan. He got Padam Vibhushan and A.C. Benson Award. He was also elected to Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the parliament, where the distinguished writers, artists are appointed. They are not. They don't go for election. They are not elected, but they are appointed by the president. There are some distinguished seats which are appointed by the president of India. In his stories, Narayan has presented the socio-economic, in other words, the sociological and economical problems of the people, that how the common man are involved, are struggling to come out of these sociological problems and their economical problems. He portrays them as they stand. And it is the quality, it is the characteristics of Narayan's writing that he just portrays, he just picturizes in words the characters as they stand, as they live in the society. He never tries to bring about a change in existing conditions. So he is not a revolutionary or a reformer, but he tries to portray the person, the situation, the condition as it is, so that one can enjoy, one can see that how they are struggling and how they are coping with their problems. His stories are, in this way, his stories are full of humor and fun. So now let's have some introduction about the story. The story which is prescribed in your course, in your syllabus of R.K.Narayan is the axe. You know the axe, it's very common. The instrument through which we cut harvest. कुल्हाड़ी जिसे कहते हैं आप. The axe is a common instrument in a farmer's house. The axe is a pathetic story of a gardener. Gardener means Mali. It is a pathetic, it is a very pitiable story. It is a heart-moving story of a gardener, and the name of that gardener is Vilan. He reflects the attachment of the gardeners to the trees. You can just imagine how much attachment a gardener has with the trees. Velan, the gardener, considers plants as his own children, as the people nourish their children in the family. So the gardeners also nourishes the plants. It is very difficult for parents to be separated from children. You can just imagine how hard it is for parents to be separated, to keep aloof from the children. Similarly, Velan heart broke when he was dismissed from the job of the gardener. How bad, how utterly frustrated he felt when he was dismissed from his job. The background of the story is the town of Malgudi. The progress of industrialization. It is a new word for you. Industrialization. We have also looked at this word when we were doing romantic movement. Industrialization means Udhyogikaran. In the 19th century, when the many factories came up, so how they destroyed the village life and how they made the city life more appropriate for the people. Industrialization has begun to show its effect. So the Narayan in this story, he also wants to show the effect of industrialization. The big houses were replaced with small apartments. In the villages they have big houses. Now in the city we have very small apartments. The builders want to use every inch of the land. They don't waste any kind of land, any kind of area. Narayan criticizes this tendency in these words. I quote, the company is going to build small houses by score, many houses in a line, without leaving space even for a blade of grass, unquote. That they are making so many apartments, so many flats, and they don't want to leave a spade that you can say that any kind of twig of grass can come up from there, any blade of grass. In this way, the story presents a sharp criticism of modern society, that how we have become materialistic and how the industrialization has totally destroyed the earlier village life. I think we will discuss the story in my next lecture, and keep on watching my videos. Thank you.